Hey guys, Mark here. Hope you're all well. Well, we're here today at Crescent Suzuki here in Bournemouth in the south of England, and today we're taking out Suzuki's V-Strom 1050. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. So we're here in the Dorset countryside, guys, testing the V-Strom 1050. So let's just have a little walk around this bike. Let's run through the specifications. So this is the XT Tour model, which is the top of the range, which comes with the side cases and the top box. This is coming in at £12,899. It's got the ever popular 1037cc 90-degree V-twin, producing loads and loads of low-down torque. One of the beautiful characteristics of a V-twin, it's got stacks of low-down punch. These have got 107 PS at 8,500 RPM, which probably equates to something like 100 horsepower at the rear wheel here. Very nice Yoshimura aftermarket can there. Torque on these is 100 Newton meters at a nice low 6,000 RPM, which just means you just do not have to rev this engine to make it go. These are coming in at 247 kilos wet weight. We've got an adjustable seat, manually adjustable, does need to be undone under there with tools that are supplied. We've got 850mm seat height on the low and an 870mm seat on the high position. Just have a look at me on the bike. Just bear in mind I'm 5'7" tall, but more importantly have a 30-inch inside leg, just to see how I fit on the bike. You'll see that I can't quite flat foot it. Tyres on these, Bridgestone Battle Axe Adventure. We've got a 19-inch front wheel with a 110 section on the front there. Spoked wheels on these. And on the rear we have a 150 section 17-inch wheel. Got a nice big fuel tank on these, good tank range over 200 miles, 20-litre fuel tank on these. So a whole host of electronic rider aids on these. We've got a load dependent braking system, which basically kind of adjusts the braking whether you're loaded up or with a passenger, which is quite clever. We've got motion track braking, which is basically cornering ABS. We've got cruise control, hill hold control, 3 riding modes, 6 directional 3-axis IMU, traction control. So pretty much all the electronics you could ever need. It doesn't have electronic suspension, it has manually adjustable suspension. Got 2 12-volt USBs, got one there which is handy and one under the rear seat under here. Got a very nice kind of rail here, so you could mount your sat nav up there and plug it in, which is handy. Got twin spark plugs per cylinder on these for efficient running. Got Suzuki's assist clutch, which is basically like a slipper clutch with a nice easy pull, and Suzuki's easy start system, which is basically just one push and it fires up. Ride-by-wire throttle. Got low RPM assist, which is basically an anti-stall. We have a manually adjustable screen, which you just pull here. The screen goes up and down about 50mm. That's nice. Fully adjustable KYB front forks, upside down forks for preload and rebound. Adjusted in there. Got Tokiko monoblock calipers producing really strong stopping power. Got optional heated grips available on this as well. Surface intervals are pretty decent on this at 7,500. These are available in a lot of colours. There's a red and a white, 2 types of yellow, a grey and 2 black variants as well. So all in all, you've got 6 different colours to choose from. So price wise, the base model comes in at £9,999. The XT, which is probably the one you want to go for, is £11,699. And this one, which is the XT Tour, which comes with the panniers, is £12,899. So if you're in the market for an adventure tourer, definitely want to have a check out one of these. LEDs all round, and this headlight is very good, I've been told. Okay guys, let's go for the test ride. Okay, Suzuki V-Strom 1050 XT. Let's do this. So I'm not that tall, 5'7", but I can get on reasonably easy, get my leg over. This is quite a tall bike, and this seat is in the low position, so do bear that in mind if you're a lot shorter than me at 5'7". If you're 5'10", 6 foot plus, this bike is going to suit you 100%. So first thing you notice, it's a lovely big typical adventure bike, really wide bars, nice upright position, all very solid, big, commanding. I do love these bikes, they've got a real presence about them. So very interesting LCD, I would presume. It's kind of like got a green tint to it. All your warning lights, traction control, speedo, rev counter, gears, got your rider modes, traction control, odometer, fuel range, trip meters, all the usual good stuff, air temperature. Quite nice simple switch gear on this, horn, turn indicators, cruise control mode, which basically operates all of this here, flasher, start, hazards and cruise control button. And we have an adjustable for span front brake lever and an adjustable for span clutch. So let's fire this up. So one push start on these Suzukis. See if that actually works. Yeah, it's a one quick push and that's all you have to do. And this sounds absolutely fab with this aftermarket exhaust on it. Whew. So let's into first and away we go. So hydraulic clutch on this, super smooth with a really nice early take, which is what I like. So the great thing with V-twins, they do boom and they've got loads of low down torque, grunt. So they really do give a lot of power from low RPM, and this one's no exception. 3, 4, 5,000 revs, absolutely charges down the road without having to rev it. It's really nice. So normally V-twins are quite lumpy. Had a multi-strada years ago, that was quite lumpy at low RPM, but they've really smoothed all these modern V-twins out now, and this is really smooth, but it's lost none of that character, that throb, that deep bass. It really is nice. So nice, easy to use indicators, all very tactile, nice good strong back brake. So this has got Suzuki's low RPM assist. What that means is, in layman terms, it's very hard to stall. Kind of high as it increases the revs as you let the clutch out automatically. So this particular model, the 1050, I believe it's been out for about a year or so. It took over from the 1000cc model, and they've really done a lot of good improvements on this. So let's just start from the top and work through the bike, guys. So the screen, I've currently put this in its highest position and it's doing an excellent job. All the air here and back is totally still, can't feel any wind at all. Getting a little bit on my shoulders, I can just feel it going over the top of my helmet. And the wind noise is very quiet actually, it's very good in this sort of height. So it is adjustable, but you've got to sort of be on the other side of the screen to adjust it. You can't do it while you're on the move. Mirrors are very clear at the moment, no vibrations or nasty rattles from this V-twin lovely booming engine. I can see most of the road behind, a little tiny view of my elbows. But God, doesn't this engine go? Doesn't it sound good? So we're currently in 5th gear. Tiny whiff of throttle. Get by without even trying. Into 6th gear now. We're just lugging along here at 60 miles an hour, just under 4,000 revs. What a fantastic relaxing engine. Currently got no vibrations at all at the moment through the pegs or the bars. All you get is that kind of lovely thump when you kind of open it up like this. Whoa, does that sound good? So the screen is quite different actually to anything I've seen before. It's kind of got like a green hue to it, all very clear. You can adjust it for brightness. It's quite bright today. I can see it all very clearly. Nice clear speedo and rev counter, so that's all good. I'm currently in A mode, which is the sharpest mode, and the throttle response is immediate without it being snatchy or juddery. It's very nice. I did put it into B mode earlier on, that's a little bit softer, and C mode is like a rain mode, which has got a very, very lazy throttle. So the seat on this feels quite firm, but no complaints whatsoever with the backside, shall we say. Lots and lots of room to move forwards and backwards, so the seat feels lovely. Stacks and stacks of room to move about, you know, I mean my legs are straight down into the nice big tank. Lots of room to move your legs around. I'm getting a little bit of a little bit of wind on my lower legs, but generally the legs are tucked in and they're pretty good without too much wind. We'll do a brake test in a minute, but the brakes feel really strong. So the Suzuki Gearbox, as all Suzukis are, really, really good. Very, very precise on the up and the down. Suzuki generally make the best gearboxes, I would say. No quick shifter on this, but to be honest, it's that sort of engine that you just want to. It just lugs along. It's a slow revving engine. It's not a high revving sort of screaming Tracer 9. It's just much more of an agricultural feeling, shall we say. So it doesn't really matter not having the quick shifter. So back brake feels nice, got a lot of bite there. Front brake feels really nice. Makes a great sound. So even though the bike is pretty tall and heavy, it feels all very easy and balanced. So much low down power on this. It's not what you'd call super fast, like say a BMW XR1000, but it's just got more than enough power for everyday duties, 2-up touring, luggage. So I would say it's just got just the right amount of power for this sort of application. So for just general cruising along now, top gear, just under 4,000 revs, very relaxing, no nasty vibrations. Got a lovely view of over the hedges, nice tall position. Suspension on this feels very plush. It's not crashy over the bumps, it's not overly firm. It is fully adjustable. All very bumpy, these roads that we're on at the moment, and I must say it's doing a tremendous job giving me a very, very comfortable plush ride. So top marks, 5 stars for the suspension. Got KYB forks up front. So we'll just go for the overtake in a sec. 4th gear, winding it open. Really effortless, lazy power from this V-twin. Yeah, you could definitely ride this all day long and do hundreds of miles. So nice hydraulic clutch on this, very smooth. It's got the Suzuki assist clutch, which means a very, very light operation. Just going down the gearbox now. Very, very slick gearbox. Bridgestone Battle Axe tyres. Feel good around the bends here. Nice and confidence inspiring. Very good indeed. Third gear. Just winding it open now. Whoa. God, the grunt is fantastic. Lovely. Well, we'll just try a brake test now. Full front brakes. Whoa. They are super strong. Tokiko monoblock calipers. Very, very good. God, I could listen to that soundtrack all day with that exhaust on the back there. Okay guys, we're just coming on to dual carriageway now. Let's just try out what the higher cruising speed ability is like on the V-Strom 1050. Try the cruise control out, talk about the wind and the vibes and all that sort of good stuff. So here we are now, 6th gear, around about 70 miles an hour. Just try the cruise out. So there you go, hands free, very easy to use. Just hit the button there for cruise control and then set and minus over here, set and resume over there. So we're doing 70 miles an hour, we're just over 4,000 RPM. What a fantastic engine for relaxed, long-legged cruising. It's just chugging along, kind of similar feel to the NC750X I took out the other day. Very, very relaxed at this sort of speed. Vibrations through the bars, virtually nothing at all other than just like a bit of a throb from that engine, and the same through the pegs at this sort of revs. The slightest little hum, but all in all super smooth from this V-twin powerhouse. So 70 mile an hour top gear, just wind it open a little bit. Whoa, bags and bags of overtaking in top gear. Showing around about 60 to the gallon on this trip so far. Been on this bike now for about 2 hours. I've got off a couple of times, but generally on the whole the seat is comfortable, it's firm, it's not like super plush like say a Versys 1000, but on the whole I would say you could easily do 2 or 3 hours on this without any issues. But all in all guys, superb long distance, very, very long-legged touring machine this. Well priced, with lots and lots of it's got a lot of high spec on it, lots of electronics, superb suspension, Suzuki reliability, a great screen, and yeah, I give this bike 5 stars for sure. Alright guys, catch you in a bit. So when you compare this to other bikes, like, you know, you've got the Kawasaki Versys 1000, that's an inline 4. You've got the Triumph Tiger Explorer 1200, that's a big old beastie. There's a lot of bikes in this category. KTM Super Adventure 1290, the top spec BMWs, but they're all very, very big money. I think, you know, the BMW and the KTM, they're about 16,000-17,000. This is good value at 11,600 for the mid model, or I think it's 12,800 for the one with the panniers. Okay, let's just slow this right down, just to simulate going through a town. Down to 30. Just check for any fueling irregularities. Don't want any nasty hunting nonsense. So just 30 now, third gear, just under 3,000 revs. No surging, no hunting. Very, very good. Smooth throttle response, opening it up. So very nice for low speed running. I just can't get over the quality of this suspension. It just kind of like makes a magic carpet over the bumpy surface here. So the V-Strom has been out for years. I had a 650 V-Strom back in 2014. They really are a jack of all trades motorcycle. The 650 is very good. If you just want that bit more power, that bit more torque, definitely give one of these a look. You know, the base model comes in at 9,999, which is good value, but I think my money would be on this one because it's got all the electronics. See what it's like around this bend here. Third gear. Yeah, it holds well. Big bars, lots of turning leverage around the corners. Woo! What a glorious noise. So yeah, the throttle I would say is just about perfect. The response, it's not snatching in any way at all. Seat's comfortable, big riding position on it, nice and tall. Good decent screen that. Personally myself, I wouldn't bother changing that at all. Okay guys, so we'll just try some roll-on acceleration tests now. Third gear. 3,000 revs, full throttle. Yeah, seriously quick, more than enough power. We'll just see what it will take 6th gear down to. It's 40 mile an hour 6th gear. Yeah, you wouldn't want to go much lower than 40. It's a little bit lumpy. Opening it up, all very strong. 50, and there's your 60. So it's all very lazy. Bit happier in 5th gear at lower speeds. But all in all guys, what a fantastic adventure touring motorbike. It's got a very involving V-twin. It's really good fun. Not super powerful, but it just feels very strong because of the torque. We'll just wrap this up in a minute guys, just do the final walk around. Oh, I could sing around those bends all day long on this. There we go. See what she's like into neutral. Yeah, as expected, super easy, really nice. Just give you a little view of that dash. Side stand, really easy. What she's like to push around, so it's quite heavy off the side stand. You know, you've got to give it a good old push. Once you get the old girl moving, it's up a bit of a hill here as well. She's not too bad to push around. Just got to keep a really good firm hold on it. Great. Let's have a little final walk around, guys. So yeah, very good screen. Top marks to those. Lights apparently are excellent. Brakes are fantastic. Top marks for the engine. Seating position, comfort, really nice. No storage at all under there, I'm afraid, but you get the 3 boxes with this particular model. LEDs all round, 2 USB ports. That's a 2 amp charging as well. There's all your preload and rebound adjusters there, compression and rebound. Nice smooth hydraulic clutch, preload adjuster for the rear shock. Okay guys, there you go. So if you've got one of these, put your comments down below please, always like to read them. Are you thinking about getting one? Have you got a different bike? Yeah, post your comments guys. Please like, share and subscribe, give me a thumbs up as always. Catch you again in another week or two, and ride safe. Cheers guys, bye bye.